right, folks, welcome to Dragonworks. Back on the 1981 Harley Ironhead Patina Hardtail little chop project here. We've done a few improvements. We're going to check those out, and then we got to get this thing fired up and see if it actually rolls and stops like it's supposed to. Make sure the clutch is good. Make sure it's got all the gears in the transmission. We don't know much about this. It was a little unsafe to test ride when it came. We had some crazy cable routing, and the brakes up front were a little suspect. So anyway, I guess I'm right here, so I might as well start with that. You can see I finally found the right elbow here that I needed, and that got the cable going up under the tank like it's supposed to. If you remember, it was kind of straight up, and it was tied into the handlebar there. It was really crazy. Turn the bar, just rev the motor up. So we got that installed there. You remember he picked out some really cool grips. When I went to order them, I found out that they didn't fit on here. They were 2017 and up, the throttle by wire situation. So we scrambled and found some old school ones here to go with the bike. That's all good. And I went ahead and installed a Speedo. This is a new build. It's supposed to be a fresh motor here, so he wanted to keep track of the mileage and everything. You remember the old handlebar clamp was all stripped out and would hold the handlebars, so we got a new clamp on there. And got our pins, the proper pins that are new and not all rounded out here on the front. Tightened up that front brake, or front brakes. There's two calipers on it, dual calipers. So that's all good. Now I can actually test ride it. And you remember in the other video, I got the clutch cable routed properly. Now it's in the bracket where it's supposed to be. And we'll find out if it even has a clutch and all. Somebody supposedly wrote it or something a little bit and says it's good, but we're going to make sure that the clutch works and the gears are there and all that kind of stuff. So like Brother JD says, it's going to be a danger ride. So anyway, yeah, we got some things done here, so let's get her outside. And it's a little chilly out there now, but so we'll get her fired up. And like I say, first thing, make sure the clutch engages right. We don't have no weird stuff going on. If it'll move and stop, then maybe we'll try to get it out where we can shift through the gears and make sure all that's good. We're going to take her out for a little test ride. It's probably like 40 degrees out, so hopefully it's supposed to warm up here in a little bit. All right, guys, let's get this thing fired up. All right, guys, not 100% sure how this will all go here. One thing I'm sure you all picked up on so far, this is definitely not the proper carburetor for this bike. In fact, it doesn't even have an accelerator pump on it, which is pretty important for these motors. So it'll pop and cough and carry on, under acceleration, sometimes idling. I did start it, and I was trying to kind of zero it in and get it, the proper air-fuel mixture, but it doesn't seem to respond much to that adjustment there. So it probably needs to be jetted according to the bike. I don't know if the bike's broke in. I don't have a lot of information. Apparently he's been running it, and somebody who said they wrote it or something. So this is all going to be just trial and error here, but we'll do the best we can with it. So like I said, first of all, we just started, and I'm going to see, first I'm going to rock it because I know the clutch is probably going to be stuck. Break the clutch loose and then see if it does go without any stuttering or any of that kind of stuff. And we'll just work our way up to it till we feel it's safe enough to try to get out and get a ride on it. Now I'm going to have to be real careful about riding it and where I'm going to be able to ride it. So we'll see how that goes, but I'll do what I can do here to check it out for my customer. All right, guys, let's crank her up and let's just see what that clutch does. Hopefully all is well. I'm sure it is. I'm assuming everything's fine, but we'll find out. All right, let's just try to move it around here in the parking lot. You can see my parking lot's getting a little full. Yeah, it's none of my stuff, but anyway, everything goes good. We'll stretch it out and try a little more somewhere else. First, we'll see if the clutch is stuck, like most Harleys. A little bit, not too bad. So I'm just pulling in the clutch in gear, rocking the bike back and forth, make sure it's not dragging. So that way when I kick it in gear, it doesn't take off on me and not able to stop it. Not too bad. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Fire in the hole. Gas on. See what I mean about the carb? Give her a little choke. All right, guys, let's see a little more tinkering and adjusting on the carb. I might have to check the timing and stuff too. Let's see if this ain't a little bit better. That's almost unrideable there. for some reason, it keeps sucking all the fuel down. And then when I flick that, oh, it likes that. It seems to fill the line back up. I'm not sure why that thing's starving. Could be that fuel filter on there. Might not be good for it. All right, let me tinker a little bit. It did run a little better that time, but you heard it still popping. Every once in a while it's coughing because of no accelerator pump. All right, stand by. Let me tinker some more. inspection plug blew out somewhere. Great. Okay guys, so as you saw there in the video, the maiden voyage did not go as planned. And halfway up that hill, all of a sudden it started sounding funny, and we lost our inspection plug here in the side of the motor for the timing marks on the flywheel. And it doesn't look like it's stripped. Sometimes I've seen them stripped because they leak and people try to tighten them up. So I don't know, maybe it was just left loose and it vibrated out. I don't know. I didn't notice it, you know, loose when it was up on the stand or anything. So, okay guys, going back over some video, looking back at it, I noticed that they had some kind of acorn nut looking thing in there, so it wasn't the right plug to begin with. That would probably explain why the thing popped out of there. Anyway, and also, if you notice when I pulled back in, I could barely keep it running. I barely made it up in the parking lot here. I'm not sure what the heck that was all about. You know, I suspect the carburetor or petcock or this filter or something, because I did notice, I got it off now, but I noticed earlier when it was running, this tube was not staying full. It's got like airlocked or something. Not sure, but anyway, for now, there's not much I can do until I get that plug in there. I don't have any on me here, so I'm going to have to grab one. The other thing, the clutch, it seemed like the warmer the bike got, the clutch was kind of grabby, chattery, something weird was going on there. It didn't feel quite right. So these are a bunch of things that I want to check out before the customer rides it. But, you know, right now, until I get that plug, I'm kind of dead in the water here. I don't want to run it like that. So, yeah, we got some bugs to work out. I don't know much about this. I only got a little information from my customer. Somebody else built this bike, or, you know, rebuilt the motor, whatever, along with my customer and stuff. This was before he met me, and then he was waiting to get it out of the shop or something for quite a while, and he had it with him one day when he picked something up, so he left it here for me just to look it over. And we found, you know, those things that were not quite safe, and he asked if I would take care of them, and I said, okay, once I get that done, then I'll try to take it for a ride and make sure, you know, the thing shifts and the clutch works and all that kind of stuff. And, well, that's where we are, folks. So, shakedown wasn't real bad, but, you know, we definitely got some things to fix and some more things to check out here. All right, guys, stay tuned for the rest of the saga. To be continued.